Well, welcome back. Summer in Maryland, of course, means the Chesapeake, the Bay, the ocean, and lots of boats.
Oh, yeah, but too many people don't realize that boating laws can be just as strict as driving laws. So we have Randolph Rice, managing partner with Rice Law, here to talk all about it. Thank you for joining us as always.
Yeah, guys, good morning. You had a good 4th of July?
Oh, absolutely.
Good.
We were just saying, if you're still in a dive bar after the 4th of July, they might need to call you.
Yeah, they might need to call me or an ambulance. They might get an ambulance out there. So
tell us, what do we need to know? You know, people may not know all that goes into being on the water, being in a boat.
yeah, so if you're going to get on a boat this summer, if you were on the boat this past weekend, there's a lot of rules and regulations. The first one is obviously get a license. There's a boating safety requirement in the state of Maryland if you were born after 1972. That's a big one. The second big issue is boating under the influence. You don't want to drink too much and get behind the wheel of a boat, because if you're pulled over by DNR, you can be arrested. Okay. They can take you to jail. You can do jail time, fines. You can even lose your boating license. So it's a bad thing to do. Yeah.
Okay. And then also we have to talk about safety when we're on our boats. So life jackets, what are all the requirements there?
Yeah, life jackets need to be for everybody on the boat. If somebody on the boat is under 13 years old, they need to have that life jacket on all the time. Make sure you also have a fire extinguisher. Everybody always thinks about, like, oh, we have all this water around, but make sure you have a fire extinguisher in case you have a fire. A radio is a big one, a whistle, flares, because you can, signal the help if you're in trouble.
Okay, and we know that we talk about traffic stops on the road. What if you get stopped on the water by the Coast Guard, DNR, maybe the Baltimore City Police, because if you're near the harbor, they patrol that.
Yeah, and it's a lot different standard. In fact, they can stop you for any reason on the water because they can do a safety check. And a lot of times they're looking for all those things we just mentioned. Make sure you have your license, your boating license. Make sure your boat's registered. You have a fishing license if you're fishing. But once they do that and they smell alcohol, they may make you do a field sobriety test on the water, and then they might even take you to the dock to do it there as well.
On the water?
Yeah.
Make you walk on the water.
If you can walk on the water, you pass the test, actually. You might pass a lot of tests if you can walk on the water.
Well, do you have any final recommendations, as many of us are out on the boats all summer long? Like anything else we need to keep in mind?
Be careful, right? Remember, watch out for no wake zones. No wake zones are where you can't go too fast. Go about 6 miles per hour, because if you're going too fast, one, you're putting yourself in danger, and you're putting in danger the people around. It might be docks or people on, restaurants, and that wake can mess up other boats. So just be very careful around no wake zones.
And we know if you're in and out of the harbor area, right there at Fort McHenry is where that no wake starts coming in.
Yeah, and that's a slow 6 miles per hour all the way in, so you got to be very, very careful about not going over that speed limit.
And it makes sense. Dragon boats are out there, all kinds of.
Yeah, if you're on a big boat and you create a big wake, and then somebody else is on a small boat, a sailboat, that's going to affect them. Might throw somebody overboard. It can create a really dangerous situation.
All right. Randolph Rice, thank you so much for being in. Good to see you as always.
Good to see you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right